I am on the 1 minute. Yeah, a bunch of open interest. That's good. We're also opening up around 114, 115. So, yeah, ideally we get see a little bit of a dip. Pre-market high is 114.47. So that's kind of where I like to be in. But if we just open up, guys, and instantly just rip, I probably won't chase it. If we do rip straight up, I would like to see somewhat of a pullback, kind of reject 115, pull back a little bit, maybe try to buy into that pullback, and then look to add into the 115 break kind of thing. So we'll see. These contracts shouldn't be that expensive. But I also don't remember what they looked like yesterday. Let's see. Oh my God. Yeah, I guess we're up what? A lot overnight. So 108. So probably gonna be about $200. So it's not bad. And most of us can trade that. I'll get about 2 minutes here. Probably not Meta or Microsoft. They're up so much. But I will pay attention to them. I have them both pulled up on the side here. Let's coin up. Bitcoin's up 97. Yeah, Bitcoin's up. Nice, James. I know you were kind of holding on to that. What I remember yesterday, my man. Let's see here. NQ's up 1.5% still. Seen a little bit of a pullback here. Minute 20. I hope you're not too over leveraged, James. So make sure to manage that risk. Nice, dude. So what? Coin gap up or something today? You pretty happy? Or did you get back? 210, yeah. Up $8. Yeah, we are getting that little pullback here. About 30 seconds, guys. So now I don't really need the pullback on a video. Honestly, I don't want to see it go to like 111 because then I feel like the trade's over. So maybe see it base out here a little bit and just really want to see some buying, some strong buying come up into 114.5. And that's going to be around my entry point. I'm just, this isn't a setup where I'm comfortable just trying to buy in a dip and try to get real aggressive. So typically I would try to buy into a support, start a position, add to the position, really like try to create a solid area. But for now, I'm just going to sit back. Just see what this wants to do here. It should be very, very obvious if it wants to rip. Market's trying to bounce up. Nvidia's kind of had a mind of its own lately too. It's kind of moved away from the market a lot of the time. Microsoft opened up and just ripped again. Jeez, man. $6 move off the open. Meta dropping. PLTR, let's see. Yeah, PLTR has been doing pretty crazy moves. That's coming down a bit, but yeah, wow, Microsoft's still going, guys. 436.5. NVIDIA is still just kind of chilling, waiting for that to get some buying pressure here. I like how it's kind of holding this 113 level, but I got to see this thing bounce pretty soon. Kind of that 1 minute opening range now. We'll see if we take that out. No reason to force it, guys. It's a good looking candle. Market's still selling off though. So in a scenario like this, right, I want to see NVIDIA keep some strength behind it. It doesn't have to be ripping, but I would like to see it hold up as the market's selling off, because that'll show me some individual strength there. But wow, NQ just nosedived. So I might pull everything down for us. Great candle there again. Quick little bounce from futures, guys, and you see NVIDIA bounce up pretty quickly there. That's what you want to see. Tesla moving up to close to 285. That's good. So about $10 away from where I want it. I'd consider maybe scalping 290, but nothing around here. It's moved around too much here, kind of still in that range. So sitting back, right? If I know I can make, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 on that big Tesla breakout that I think could happen, why would I want to lose, a couple $100 here and there, scalping it and getting caught in stupid trades, right? All right, NVIDIA is starting to move here. I do like this. Volume's not picking up though on these candles, so volume is honestly kind of low. We are early on in the candle, but here we go. Look at volume start to spike here, guys. Contracts are about $1.50. I like seeing this movement here. It's above VWAP. SPY is just still selling off. That to me is the problem here. Pulling back into VWAP now. Back to VWAP market rolling back over. That's okay though, because now we kind of have a high of the day here. Right around 114, 114.08. That's fine, beast mode. I want to see buyers get this back above VWAP, ideally on this candle here, but we have 1 second on it, so it's not great. I don't want to see them break low a day, right? That to me is kind of an opening range break to the downside. So that's not what I want to see here. I want to see them get this bought up really quickly here. And then I may look to take a tiny little entry, kind of just a starter position here just before this high of the day. Look for it to break pre-market high up here around 114.5. Maybe add there a little bit, and then look for that 115 area to get taken out. But if we break low a day here, I think chances go down pretty drastically. I mean, NVIDIA's had pretty big comebacks, but to me, this is a trade that I want. early on. What's up, Ian? I see you in here. I got texted by Kenny this morning. It's an interesting way to wake up. Look at Microsoft, guys. Complete reversal. Wow, yeah. Apple on their earnings day, too. That's kind of interesting. I doubt there's a leak this morning, but I think I think it's more so buying because of how good Microsoft and Meta did. Baruch, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. It's one way to put it. No, it's Nvidia just doesn't have the juice this morning. It looks like Tesla though is moving pretty nice. Rivian, yesterday it did. Oh wow, yeah, pretty nice move on that garbage stock. Why do you think that? You don't like Tesla as a company because of Elon? I would say he's a capitalist, not a communist. You think Elon's stupid? We're all over here yesterday. That bird is back in action, just smashing into my window. There's got to be a reason. Yeah, there just has to be, and I got to figure it out. I feel bad for it. I don't know what I've done. I know the thing is I can't get to that window. Like it's 3 stories up. I have to get a huge ladder. No, I mean it doesn't sit there and eat anything or look anywhere else. It literally just looks through the window and then gets up and tries to fly through it and fly through it and fly through it and fly through it over and over and over again. Good morning, Wyatt. Wyatt's got a big boy job now. Hang on, let me go look at it again. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, there's nothing. I I don't know what's going on. Feel bad. I don't know what to do. I thought there may be something in here that he wanted. I don't know. Amazon dropping off here. You made 136 on what? You traded Meta, didn't you? I mean, guys, Wyatt is fixated on Meta. He sees a SPY red candle and a Meta red candle, and he's buying puts, and he's sending it. Yep. What do you mean, no? I know that's exactly what you just did. I mean, that is exactly what you just did. Why is a very simple man, Seth Brown? Nice, TK. He does. He really does, J-Lag. Yeah, I mean, that's got to be the case, TNT. I don't know what else it would be. Okay, so background music. I've heard that. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear music now? No? Okay, because there's this little setting and it says like mute music. If y'all look kind of by where you leave the call, it's that little music icon. If y'all click that, there should be some music. I don't have any on. But it's probably because yeah, I might put like a piece of paper up there or something, but that may even I don't know. I don't know. I'm moving out in like 5-6 days, so it may just be his problem. See, I got backup music right there. You probably hear it through my mic. Yeah, I click that music icon and turn it off. If you don't like it. I don't like that. Tesla bouncing back up here. Nvidia trying to make its way up here as well. Market's really starting to bounce. All right, well, we may have NVIDIA back in play here, guys. Yeah. You've been buying NVIDIA down on this, James? Interesting. Okay. Be smart, right? It's Thursday. You don't want to hold on to out of the money contracts too long. You can't just dollar cost average in the options, right? It's not, you call it averaging in, just I don't know, whatever. It's just risky to do that. All right, guys, get ready here on NVIDIA. High day 114.08. Pre-market high. I don't know why I have this alert here, but pre-market high 114.47. Had 5 green candles in a row. Nice, Jenny G. That's what I'm looking at as well. I'm moving. Yeah, I'll move back on for a little bit, but I'm gonna get an apartment in the big city near me. Yeah, who wants to take over a lease? Austin left anyways. What makes you say that? 115 calls. Oh yeah, I saw that joke. I wonder what he was doing. I thought maybe he linked up with Duco. Market's bouncing pretty hard here. Spy's trying to go for a tie of the day. I'm gonna take just probably a little tiny starter on a video, like 2 contracts. It's not really like a real signal, guys. It could easily come down, so let's be smart. But I like the way I'm seeing Spy move. These NVIDIA contracts are cheap, so I only bought 1. But I'm looking to buy like 10 of these guys, so think about that. I'm in with 10%. I'm just gonna kind of sit here and hold on to this one. I'm gonna give it like an under VWAP stop. But I will add to this if we rip up to that high of the day. I'll add a little bit around 114, and then I'll add the other half of that position probably around 114 and a half. So just be smart. If you're only buying 1 or 2 contracts, you probably shouldn't be in right now. I'm just kind of testing the waters. These contracts are, I got filled at $1.35. Honestly, not mad at this at all. Gets above VWAP, kind of comes back in, retests this area. That's where I want to see buying pressure come back. Market bounces. We get moving. Remember, the real trade happens up here. Right? This is kind of where we can start that trade. And then, but the real breakout, guys, is at 115. So anything down here is just kind of getting a little skin in the game before the big break. So, I'm gonna have a tiny position around this area, but I'm gonna add, the majority of my position up here on 115, because on the 115 break, that's where I'm looking for, kind of a quick dollar or so move. That I want to be able to catch. So keep that in mind when you're positioning yourself down here, right? I can be aggressive. If you don't have a bigger account, you can't be buying 2-3 contracts down here. and holding on to them, right? Because that's going to equal a full size loss for you. You may just need to wait for 115. Ideally, I want to see a nice buy up here by the day. I want to see this go. Market's at its highs. I really want to see NVIDIA get going here. Tesla's kind of wedging up. That might have a nice little move. Come on, NVIDIA. You want 33 on SMCI? Looks possible. Market getting bought up. Look at that red to green candle on NVIDIA pushing through 113.80. I want to see this really start going fast here up to 114. Look for volume here as well, guys. That's going to be key. Overall market still moving. Five-minute chart is a great looking opening range break setup here. Even the 2-minute chart looks pretty good. Do I have a wall at 115? Yeah, let me take a look and I'll send a screenshot in for y'all. Quick pullback. Don't like that. Market did pull back as well. We have honestly a pretty decent wall at 114. So that should really help us get moving. But nothing quite yet at 115, but I can promise you they're going to add to it. Once they get up there. This is ready to go. As long as we can hold above VWAP, guys, I like this trade. If we break down back under 113, it's just like whatever. Yeah, I don't have anything yet, but sometimes they don't show it all until I get a little bit closer to that area. So just going to sit back. You can get a real 114 break here. Look at times and sales. Really starting to flood green here, which I like to see. It's going to give it some time. So you're long. Wow, you're up 220%. Dang. Old VWAP here. That's right where I want to see buyers come in. We need to hold this area here. Come on, NVIDIA. Market's still selling off. That's kind of what's hurting this. We need NQ to bounce here for us just a tad. This bird is about to make me freak out. Come on, NVIDIA. Give me a good bounce here. Time and sales looks pretty decent. Here we go. I like seeing some buyers come in here off VWAP. Look at that. Red to green candle. That's perfect. Come on, baby. I hope you guys can kind of see what's going on here, right? It's just like a consolidation box. So ideally, we can stay within this box, break to the upside, break through 114, break through high of the day, right? That's where the momentum can really kick up. But the overall market is dropping off here, a lot. So I love how NVIDIA is holding up. We just need to see a little bit of strength here on NQ and SPY, and I think that we got a pretty decent looking trade here. Once we can break this consolidation box, that should kind of help with the momentum. Yeah, Alex, good. That's what I want you to be noticing, right? You're noticing the individual strength here on the video. That's a good sign. But the only thing is, if it takes too long, the market continues to kind of sell off and drag this down. The buyers that are holding this up right now are just kind of move out of the way, and this will then fall down. So far it's doing great. We just need a little bit of a jump here from NQ, and I think that Nvidia could really get going. I'm gonna wait. I could add a little bit here because my stop is down here, guys. I don't want to get too aggressive because I don't know how many of y'all are following your risk management rules or not. I guess that is kind of on you, but I definitely will be adding a little bit right before 114. Market's just still coming down. SPY is coming into 550, so that's a pretty good support. Sorry, 560. So that should act as a little bit of support. But I really don't want to see Nvidia give up VWAP here, and the overall market is just still selling off. Still coming down here a little bit. Gotta hold VWAP though, guys. We gotta hold VWAP. VWAP right now is at 113.25. Come on, SPY. Come on, NQ. A little bounce here. We do have news here in about 2 minutes, so it could be an issue. But I'm size so light. I don't really care. I'll just hold on to this unless we break under VWAP. Tesla coming down. Everything's starting to sell off here. SPY gave up 560. Yeah, okay. I may just get out of this. QQQ puts. Cool. All right. I'm probably going to end up. Yeah, I'm out. Lost a whole $20. See, though, how we broke that box? And look what happens, right? That's what I wanted to see on the upside. Big bull, this is all your fault if you're still here. Let's see. Yeah, everything else came down. I still think it looks good. We just got to kind of wait until it's ready to go. We do have news, like I said, coming out in about 30 seconds. So maybe that'll bring a little bit more buying pressure here. This could easily just be a a higher low here, which would be good. If we could bounce around this area, right? We got this, boom. And if we can bounce somewhere in here, that should be pretty solid. And, we also kind of have this downtrend to work with and whatnot. So could be good, guys. Market's just really weak right now. I mean, SPY just ripped through its low of the day. News just came out. Wow, Nvidia. Be smart. Market did bounce pretty solid here. Ideally, this doesn't reverse because this would help Nvidia bounce right here, which is kind of what I want. So let's see what happens. SPY kind of right at 560 still. I'd like to see the video hold right here. I don't want to see it go for low of the day. Really kind of ruin this. Market coming back down a little bit. Video, it's kind of doing its job though. It's holding up. There you go. I want to see us get back to that downtrend here. We kind of have this downtrend. If we can create a higher low here, guys, that's going to be a great sign. And the market just kind of reverses here. I mean, this thing could really get moving. So trying to stay patient with this. The markets just won't cooperate with me. Only 30 minutes in now. So like I said this morning, it may take a good 30 or so minutes to let all this news get by, and then we might get kind of a later morning move. Some of the best late morning moves that I've ever seen are when you kind of have a stock that takes 30 minutes, 45 minutes, even an hour, and it just kind of wedges up like this, and then you have just a crazy just face ripper breakout after. So I see it a lot on Tesla, but we'll see what the video wants to do here. Gotta be patient today. Tesla pulled all the way back. See, it's kind of fighting here at VWAP. I don't want to totally just fixate on the video, but I don't really see anything else that I love. So come on, video one little surge here. Let's get this show on the road. Market's starting to bounce a little bit. SPY got back to 560. Nvidia just is not finding any buyers right here. What I don't want to see happen, guys, is for this uptrend to get taken out and we just see this thing drop straight through low of the day. That's what I don't want to see happen. So I feel like we gotta hold. We gotta hold right here, or we're done. Come on, give me a big bounce here. This is where buyers really got to step in. NQ SPY starting to bounce. Chinga, I do record these. Yeah, there's a bunch of recordings here as well. Here we go. It was a decent little bounce there. Got to see us get over VWAP though. SPY and NQ are really starting to move here, and I'm not seeing that same amount of buying coming in here on Nvidia. So we got to see this get going. I don't want to lose hope because I do like this 115 level. This is a perfect spot for it to just really have a nice candle up to like 113.60, or it's just going to be dead in the water. Come on, go, go. Market's ripping here. This is its chance. I don't like it. I don't like it. This thing is getting way too weak. This might be it for the video. Things just about to collapse. I hate to see that. Yeah, here it goes. Look at the selling coming in. Didn't break though. Whatever that line is I have drawn, 112.74. That means something. So just like how we had up there, that consolidation area, gonna have the same thing here. So ideally we can bounce out of this one. But maybe not. Looks like we're about to give up here. If this candle doesn't get bought up, I'm just gonna move on. Look at something else. Market rolled over with it. Man, that's unfortunate. I thought that was gonna be a great trade today. Oh, look at that. We did get bought up a little bit. Whole market did. Wow. I mean, we're just totally chopped up right now. SPY is in the $2 range. On a Thursday, guys, this is not where you want to get caught up in this stuff, right? You don't want to take a bunch of paper cut losses. James, I hope you aren't still holding those videos. I know you're new, but I want to try to steer you away from bag holding and like averaging down. Because on days like this, when time decay is huge, that's where you can get hurt pretty quickly. So, all right, that's good. The video it's got nothing. There's just no buyers here. Maybe I can jinx it. There's no buyers in the video. Microsoft coming down. Market's starting to come down as well. I think this is about to have a pretty big candle to its low of the day. This contract's losing value too. Look at that, $80. Wow. I don't really want to just totally switch to puts just because it's like weaker because everything else is selling off. Nvidia's just kind of not doing anything, honestly. Market's kind of bouncing here. Let's see if Nvidia gets any love. Look at that. Green, almost a green and red candle. This thing's dead. Only 40 minutes in now, so we still got a good, I don't know, 30 or 45 minutes left. Some good market action here, but so far it's been a choppy morning. But as expected, right? We got some big earnings at the end of the day. News came out. Just nothing too great to trade here. Yeah, there goes Nvidia. Bye bye. This may go all the way for low of the day. Let's see what else is going on here. I want you to notice this though. This is like when you see futures doing this, it's when you want to stay away. Okay. Don't want to get involved in just choppy action. Yeah, that's I know some people that like to do that too, James. It's like a day 2 or day 3 move. Big earnings move, kind of rest day, and then it rips. Yeah, especially on a Friday. Yeah, PLTR is selling off. Yeah, Nvidia trying to come back a little bit. This is where buyers need to step in, though. So, I mean, this is kind of what I've been talking about all morning. Like, this is where we got to see some sort of a bounce. Market's bouncing a little bit, but this is just, there's just not much volume. Yeah, no, neither side is won. But also, like I said, guys, sometimes if it takes 45 minutes or an hour for something to kind of, wedge up here, kind of coil up, and then you get that strong break of a higher or low of the day, that's when it could really get going, right? Because it's very obvious which side is then won. 115 big resistance. So we break through high of the day, we can break through 115. I mean, I still think this has a chance to really, really do something, but just got to be patient with it. A little bit of buying pressure here. SPY's kind of coming up to its high of the day. Yeah, I think Meta can. Definitely can. Nvidia's trying to work its way back up, but market's up at its high of the day. So if the market does reject up here like it's been doing all day, fall back over, and Nvidia's not showing that crazy strength like I want, – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – –₲ Pretty solid looking downtrend here. That breaks. Maybe there's something there. Well, kind of a boring day so far. What's up, Pookie? They're still trying to hold Nvidia here, just waiting for like a real like a surge in buying, get it back up in this area here. Yeah, ideally, it could hold here. SPY is really starting to move to the upside, and just Nvidia is not going anywhere. So I'm starting to like it less and less. All right, Nvidia, it's time for you to do something. Some other stocks are starting to kind of have a little bounce, but SPY needs to break through its high of the day and really get moving. I think we're just still sitting in this range. Seeing some buying coming in on times and sales though on Nvidia. Market rolls over here, guys. I'm starting to kind of see something on Tesla here. We open the day right at 280. We kind of have a little bear flag going here. If we collapse on the market and this gets taken out here, we start breaking under 281. This could break through 281, break through this low here on 280 and 73 cents, and then a break at 280 could send this thing back lower. We do know that news was fake last night, but could still be lingering. I don't know. Nvidia trying to bounce. SPY is just up at its high of the day. So either SPY is going to reject up here and roll back over. I may consider some Tesla 280 puts, or we rip to the high of the day and maybe we get this Nvidia trade. But so far Nvidia has been moving pretty terribly. So my guess is we reject here on the market and fall back. But we'll just have to see. Market's still pushing. Yeah, we may end up rallying, but that would ideally get Nvidia to like do something. But if it doesn't, then whatever. We got to just stay away from it. No, I don't think it was intentional by Tesla. I think it maybe, you never know. I mean, things could be as manipulative as there could be someone in China who's short a lot of Tesla and they, inject this fake news into the US media. They got their 5% drop that they wanted. They get out, and then Tesla's like, whoa, 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 this isn't true. And the stock rallies back. I mean, it could be something like that. It just no one knows. It's just weird. I feel like I've seen a lot more fake news related things happen uh, lately than I ever have before. So it's weird. It's really weird to me. SPY high of the day, Nvidia is just dead. So that's probably done. Tesla back to VWAP. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't mean late in the day of like in a literal sense. I mean like the first hour of market open is typically where the most movement happens. So after the first hour, that's typically when I walk away because statistically I don't do well after the first hour of the day. Just me personally. Tesla above VWAP. The, the video couldn't be any more stagnant. It looks like. Let's see if this gets a little bit of life here above VWAP on the video. First time testing this since in the last 20 minutes. But one thing that I don't like is futures, well, at least SPY made a pretty nice, strong high of the day move, broke through high of the day, moved about half a point. And, Nvidia is just really, really lagging behind. So I don't love the way it's moving, but that could change really quickly if volume comes back into this. So that's kind of all I'm waiting on here. This downtrend is kind of still in play. Remember, this is kind of the start of the big trade, but at 115, that's where to me the big breakout level is. But Nvidia is already at 4% right here on the day, so it is up a lot. A little bit of life here, just waiting for some real volume. To me, it's just kind of getting dragged up with futures here. Tesla back to 285. Yeah, I'm still looking at Nvidia. Yeah, no, big bull. I still think this is a good setup. I still think that there's something here. We just gotta wait for it to really get going. Market's ripping. SPY's made a really nice move through its high of the day. Nvidia is still down here in the middle of its range, right? So it's really not moving as well as I would have liked. Microsoft is still up 9% on the day. Meta is still up 5% on the day. Yeah, Tesla's up about 1%. In Q right at 20,000 right here. Ian, if you're listening, are you looking to go long through that? Are you looking for some sort of reversal off 20,000? But kind of Nvidia is kind of respecting this downtrend as well. You've been long. Okay, nice. This is where I want to see Nvidia explode, right? I really want to see some strong buying come in, especially if we can get that here on this downtrend break. That could kind of light the fuse here for this. Tesla ripping here. Wow. Guys, look at Tesla. This thing's like squeezing. I think people may have been short when I was thinking of, whoa. Look at that. Boom. It's kind of in this congestion area though, 285, 290. So I need this to be above 290 before I want to trade it. I wish I traded it too. But you're telling me I should chase this kind of a move right here? Oh my god, look at that. This thing is squeezing. Look at the volume here. Is there news? I don't see any news. I think this is just kind of a little squeeze. Lots of volume on that candle though, guys. That was the biggest volume candle of the day. I know. Why it's made more than me today. Thanks, Boogie. Yeah, maybe why it should. Quick market pullback. Tesla pulled back a little bit as well. Nvidia is still riding that downtrend. I know, right? Nvidia's coming down again. Tesla kind of breaking and retesting its high that it just broke through right around this area here. Wow, nice little bouncer on Tesla. Look at that. Market's still coming down. Tesla still got the strength though. Wow. I was just about to say I think I'm going to dip my Tesla into that break and retest, but it's a little risky to do that. And it just kind of perfectly happened with the market bounce. Nvidia's trying to break downtrend though, so we may get that. I mean, we are an hour in, but I'll stick around. NQ about to break. High of the day as well. SPY bouncing off that pullback. NQ back above 20,000 to me. That's a really bullish sign right there. Buyers can hold NQ above that. I mean, Tesla could go on a ripper today, guys. I don't know. I really hope we don't get this 295 break like middle of the day today, but I'm going to be here for it if it happens. You got out, Farouk, on SMCI? Love you that you're using limit orders, though. Yeah, there's a ton of people wanting 300. I would love it. I mean, I would love to get this trade on a Friday. Yeah, the woodpecker adventure. Yeah. New high Tesla. Wow, SPY just went crazy. Yeah, if it breaks above 290, yeah, I mean, I'd consider trading it at 295. Um, I just it would be the trade would be 10 times better if it happens tomorrow in the first 30 minutes of the day. Nvidia is starting to get moving here though, guys. It's really late to the party though, which I don't necessarily like. Um, I mean, that last candle volume picked up a little bit, but still, if you compare this volume that's under a million a candle to the first 15 to 30 minutes, right? You can see that this isn't so like James was talking about it's only 10:23 in the morning, right? I get that. Um, but this is why I like that first 30 minutes the most because volume's much higher. But yeah, it doesn't mean that there can't be better late day trades. Okay, Ian, thanks. Where's the overnight high? Did you already get out, or is it we're about to hit? Oh yeah, okay, so 20,000. Yeah, so right up in here, I see it. Yeah, I think Penny Boys might need to hire Ian for a futures trader. Nice trade. Where'd you enter, Ian? The original kind of high of the day break, maybe? Nvidia pulling back a little bit, Tesla pulling back a little bit. Tesla might go on a tear here. 956. Nice. An 80 tick move. That's pretty good. Amazon above 190. Wow, look at this, guys. The market is ripping. New highs on NQ. Yeah, now they're gonna run it. I don't know that I trust this though. Quick wick there. Yeah, kind of sucky. I mean, there's just like no action, right? There's just no volume, no nothing. I mean, I've seen stuff like this happen. You get a crazy like midday move and volume kicks up and the algos get triggered, but yeah, it's just dying off. There's just nothing going on here. Tesla to me it seems like it's getting ready to make another move here. I would like to see a pullback on the market first. I think it may go right here though. There it is. Yeah, maybe. The thing is that it just doesn't change anything fundamentally about Tesla, right? If Elon was actually like moving away, I get Tesla selling off. But if that news comes out and then Tesla comes out and says that's not true, that doesn't necessarily change anything, right? So I feel like it just kind of negated the negative sentiment and you know, market strong, Tesla strong, right? Maybe there's some short interest overnight on that news, and that's kind of what caused that little squeeze there. I don't know. But I don't see Tesla coming out and saying, no, Elon's not going anywhere, that's false, as a reason for this to rip. I would see it as a reason to, if Tesla opened way down, I could see it as a reason for, if that news came out after market open, sure, then I could see the stock ripping. But now that the news is all happened pre market and after hours and whatnot, that's my take, but I don't know. So what, that makes you think that we would be reversing then, right? If they haven't rolled it out to further strikes, or is it the opposite? Chop until they move. Okay, until they roll them higher. That makes sense. Quick pullback here. Well, I'm probably gonna wrap things up here pretty soon. We're already about an hour and 15 minutes into this. But I don't know. I still want to give NVIDIA a couple more minutes. So Well, what else, guys? Any questions? Any other tickets you want me to look at before I get out of here? I do think Tesla's still kind of getting ready to make this move for 290. It's kind of the only thing I'm looking at here. You know, we were just again kind of just consolidating right here, getting ready. Not really a wall at 290 though. Market's already made a big move up. Is it really worth losing money on? I don't know. Might be a trade here though. I don't know. 295s aren't that expensive. Oh yeah, I want to make some money too. I got the 295s ready to go, guys, on Tesla just in case. I can see SPY kind of make a nice little pop here. I don't know. It's late in the day. It's just, to me, this doesn't make any sense, but we'll see here. Do we have a stream coming up in 10 minutes I need to get out of here for? No, we don't. Not until 3. Little buy up candle there. I feel like this is just getting ready for one more pop up through 290. Market's pulling back. I don't don't know, guys. I don't really love it. I don't want anyone to lose on this. But this would kind of be where the entry would be here. Looking for a move up to 290. I just feel like there's going to be a pullback here at one point pretty quickly. It's the only thing I'm worried about here. Nice buy up. Wow, look at that. There's that move. That's beautiful. 25 cents away. Rejected. Market rejecting. I don't know. I'm a little iffy on it. Market seems like it's either going to pop here, and if it pulls back, Tesla could pull back quickly right here at this 290 resistance. Market's pulling back. SPY hasn't really made a new high or anything. Holding above 289, though. I'm not in this. Just FYI. Quick pullback here. SPY looks like it's ready to make one last little new high push. Look at that. Look at these buyers still coming in here on Tesla. I don't know. I may be interested in this. Yeah, the video's done today. I'm moving on from that. Wow, here it goes. $290. They added a bigger wall at 290, guys. Market popped too, and this is slowing down. Nice, good job. I was about to say 400%, man. That's some greed right there. Quick pullback. Nice. I would be walking away right now, but there's about 100,000 wall. They keep popping up there when we get close to 290. The market's pushing right now through new highs, and Tesla's kind of slowed down. I have the 1 minute chart up right now, Mastermind. I don't know. I mean, I've traded SPY before. I actually traded it yesterday. I signaled it too. I typically like using SPY more as a tool, not an instrument that I trade. But it depends. And when there's like broad market news, I trade SPY. But I typically day to day, I like to just trade individual names. Yeah, that's just my take on it. See if Tesla gets bought up here or not. Oh wow, look at that. Quick buy up right there. I just think that they want to hit that. All those orders sitting there at 290. Market's still just ripping here. Back above 289. Red to green candle. I think it's about to just go here. I don't feel comfortable signaling something like this late in the day. This is like a stupid little scalp trade, especially for people that are on their phone. They don't be able to get in and out quick enough. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this 290 break, Latvian. Struggling still. Market's pushing. So if the market pulls back, it's all could pull back. So be smart. $283, nice. Dang, on that VWAP cross. Look at that. You caught that whole move, dude. Nice job. It looks like we may just be pulling back on this one. Who's NVIDIA doing? Nothing. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm probably going to wrap things up here. So if there's any other questions, throw them at me. If not, coaching students, I got my lesson tonight with y'all. As per usual, please send in any sort of topics you would like me to cover. If you want me to do an older topic, I'm happy to do that as well. I want to make it beneficial for y'all. So just let me know, and we'll go from there. So thank y'all. And hope you have a good rest of your Thursday. We'll see if we get this tested 290 break later today, but I don't know. All right, guys, I'm outie. You have a good one. Bye-bye. And yeah, 290 is pretty key level.